Eyes down for the Afternoon, folks. Bank holiday Monday and I shouldn't be here because I didn't know it was bank holiday. I'll be in trouble when I get home. Right, there it is, all put back together and working beautifully. And in the lathe I've got a hunk of brass which is off something, God only knows what, that I'm just parting off to, yes, me parting off. What a brave boy I am. Which I'm just parting off to make a little cap for there. So I shall go and put you on the tripod and show you that. Here we go. This is a indexable tip parting off tool, and I'm very impressed with it. It came with all that cold-tested steel stuff I bought for cheap. And I hate parting off, but the ideal way to make this piece, I was going to put the whole piece on, it just looked wrong, it's too big and bulky. And I'm almost there. But as you can see, this is parting off very well indeed. I'm impressed with it. So impressed, I'll probably order some new tips for it, try to find out what it is. I have loads of tools with no tips in them, with no tungsten carbide tips in them, and I need to sort some out and get them. Needless to say, I have taken a great deal of effort to get this right on centre. The last shim was a piece of beer can. Now I have to be a bit careful because I think there is a steel bush inside this brass, and I think I'm just about coming to it. Or have I already come to it? Yes, I think it's there. I can feel it ticking there. Yeah, it's kicking back. Right, there we go. Jolly good show. There we go, folks. That is finished. Well, with it being bank holiday Monday, I went down to Spellgate Industrial to get my belt, and of course it was closed. And I thought, that's strange, Monday morning, 9:30 and they're closed. But I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh well, he probably works Saturday and has Monday off. So I gave him a ring, and he was at home, and the penny didn't drop. He said, oh yeah, it's done. He said, but we're not open today. I said, I'll pick up tomorrow, no problem. Not thinking it was bank holiday. So I can't really go any further with this today. So because I'm actually now ready to assemble the whole thing, put it back on the I could do that, I suppose. I could assemble it and put it back on the, yeah, I'll do that. I'll put it back on and I'll see how we're going. It's 3 o'clock already, it's just gone 3 o'clock already, so I'll see how we're going. I'll get it assembled back on, and we'll see how we look for alignment. Get it aligned and get it ready for the belt tomorrow. Okay. I'm up here. I've just realised, folks, in my wonderful zealous tidy up on Friday, I've tidied the pin away into the steel box. Now I'll have to go and find it. Never mind. Sometimes you should just leave stuff alone, shouldn't you? Yeah. Looks a bit plastic. See it in the right position. Gotcha. Gotcha. There it is, folks. All assembled with its possible working spring. Right, well, what I think I'm going to do now is another little aside job which has been hanging around for ages, which is the starter for the Rapidor. So I'll get my shit together and I'll bring you back. Right, folks, well, it's just taken me about half an hour to find the correct type of gland for the flexible conduit. The nut and the locking ring was on the flexible conduit, but I hadn't got the other part of it, and luckily I've managed to find a couple of them, so I've got that now locked to the box. So it's a matter of getting the mains end in now, and that piece of flex on there isn't really long enough. I'm going to use a longer piece of 3-phase flex, so I've got to find that next. I found a piece and I've hung it somewhere near the saw, and now I can't find it, so I'll find that and get back to you. Well, folks, I've got the plug on, I've got the cable anchored into the starter, and I've got the other cable anchored into the starter, and I've just started making off the earth terminals to anchor to the box there, and I noticed that it's going home time. So if I'm back tomorrow, which I think I will be, we'll continue then. But this has waited a long time to get done, this job, and it's a good thing to do it. Right, because then of course I'll have fully automatic control. I'll be able to walk away from this machine, and when it's cut through, it'll automatically stop. Right, see you all tomorrow. Morning, folks. My belt's come. Or should I say I picked it up this morning, it's done. Unfortunately, it's too long. I don't know what's happened. There's been a miscommunication. There's been a miscommunication. I've got to take it back and get it shortened. Never mind. But we're on with the starter. We're on with the starter. So I've got my earth connected to the box, to the earth point on the side of the box there, and I'm now ready to fit the starter and connect it up. So on these starters, on all starters, somewhere or other you'll find a link, like this piece of wire, that piece of wire there. That's the link. That's the link that you take out to remote control the starter, or put a remote stop in. Right? I'm assuming that's it. It looks like it is because it goes from one phase. That's L's, yeah, that's L1, L2, L3, your incoming power. So it goes from there to there. So I assume that that has to be made. Right? So if I break that, it should auto stop. So we'll take that link out, and we'll connect the two micro switch wires, that's those two, in place of that link, connect the phases up, and we should be done. So I'll crack on with that and bring you back when I've done it. This, folks, look at this. There we go. An automatic Rapidor, just the way it should be. Lovely. I've just put that starter there temporarily because this isn't necessarily where this saw is going to end up. Also, it means I can just whip the screw out at the top and move the saw to anywhere where there's a three-phase plug. So there you go. Another tech level advanced. There's plenty of flexi conduit on there. Right. Onward with something else. Morning folks. Thursday, and I'm not here for long. It's going to be a very short week this week. Right, that motor weighs in at best part of 28 kilo. And that's a 1 horsepower. This motor is a 3/4 horsepower and weighs 20. It's the same shaft size as that one. So I'm wondering what to do. I've come to the conclusion that although it increases the stick out at the back, the best place to mount the motor is on here, which is where, to be fair, most of them are mounted on the on this type of countershaft setup. Now that means I can have the shaft sticking out here. I can have 2 pulleys on there. I can slide the motor slightly sideways to pick up one pulley or the other. Right, it works. It also means I've got a short drive. I can put a short belt guard on there, and it also means that my tensioning levers at the other side. Of course, I'm going to have a way to tension this motor, and I also want to work, if I can, a way to push a lever down to slacken the motor so I can change the speeds here, right? And also a brake that goes into the big drive pulley on there, because there's a big drive pulley to go on there, which I've probably lost. It's laid around somewhere. It's there, look, it's there. That's the main drive pulley that was on the lathe when I got it, and I'm thinking about also putting that one on there on the same shaft, right, because the this is about half that one. I suppose I could put another pulley on the motor rather than here. I don't know. I was tinkering about on eBay the other day, looking at a nice old Smith's mechanical shaft tachometer, because obviously with this being a bronze and steel headstock, I don't want to overspeed it because the chances are it may seize. So I want to get the speeds roughly right. So I need a tachometer, because my electronic tachometer has quit. Now I may see if I can fix it. It quit almost as soon as I bought it. It's a cheap Chinese. I shouldn't have bought it. I should have sent it back. I didn't. I just chucked it in a corner in a fit of pique. But there you go. Anyway, I'll need a tachometer to be able to set it up. So it looks like I'm going to put the motor on there, on the back of there. Mounting it underneath would mean that the belt run would either have to have a jockey pulley there, or it would catch on here, and it would be a hugely long belt run, and it would have to sort of come out and then go back out again. So that's where the motor's going to go. It'll increase the stick out from the wall, but can't be helped. Can't be helped. Right. So this is a Newman 3/4 horsepower, same shaft size, quite a lot lighter than that one. So I think I'll go with this one and see if it, I mean 3/4 horsepower, I think it, with all that gearing, is going to be fine. But we'll see. If not, I'll put that one back on. Right, onward. Well folks, I've been using an online calculator just to work out some pulley sizes, and that, if I fit a smaller pulley on there, of course it's going to make it go even faster. With that pulley on, and a 4-inch pulley on the motor, we run at about the maximum speed for this lathe, which is I think it said 858. Well, it puts us at just over 900. So that is using the large pulley on here and the small pulley on here. The back gear is about 4:1. I've just worked that out. The back gear is about 4:1. I put a mark on there and a mark on there and started rotating, and this is 4:1. So we've got a 4:1 reduction. But so far, what I'm seeing is that we can get the high speeds, but we can't get the low speeds. So what I'm going to have to do is put a reduction on put a smaller pulley on the motor, and have 2 pulleys on the motor rather than 2 pulleys on the countershaft, and see how that works out. Anyway, that's by the by. The day's over for me because I've got to go back now, and tomorrow I'm taking number 2 daughter back to uni at York to start her next term at uni. So that's it for this week, I'm afraid. So I'll see you all next week, and we'll crack on with getting this motor mounted. That's going to be a bit awkward. I'm going to have to work out a way of lifting it. It's going to be a hydraulic platform to get it in position. I think the small hydraulic platform to get it into position, and we'll mount it up. Or we'll mount a plate up, something like the plate on that there. We'll mount a pivoted plate up and then see how we're going. Right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments last week. Welcome aboard to all the new subscribers. We're at 1,091 now and rising. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, because it helps the channel and it helps me crack on. And I'll see you all next week. Bye now.